Hello, viewers all over the world and fellow TBCians. I'd like to welcome you to my broadcast today. And this is the voice of the TBC Royal Ambassador. Today we shall be discussing on this very topic, run TBC by the numbers like a business pro. Run TBC by the numbers like a business pro. Every business thrived on tenacity, on dedication, and on seriousness. And that is why it is necessary for us to look at the billion coin as a community that must be run with a business like mindset. This is a venture, or this is an aspiration to rescue the world, or a mission to rescue the world from poverty. And I believe this is a clarion call to as much or as many as are on board the TBC community. Just as Jesus gave us the Great Commission to go all around the world preaching the gospel, telling them about the Lord Jesus Christ and bringing as many as possible to salvation. So also on board the TBC, this is a mission to rescue the world from the clutch of poverty. And I believe this is also a commission that must be pursued with a mindset that it is the business of our Father. Jesus Christ came with a mission and he pursued it right from when he was so young. And he said to his parents, I must walk. Don't you know that I must be by my father's business? He was in the synagogue reasoning even with elders, with teachers of the law, and he was showing them the Lord. So also on board this TBC community, this is a call to dedication, a call to the service of humanity, a call to enlighten the world about the fact that scarcity is artificial, that scarcity is evil, that scarcity is demonic, and must be rejected with all our mind, with all the energy within us. We are not going to go out violently fighting the people or fighting the government, but we can fight this battle by changing our own mindset, creating our own currency, believing in our own currency, agreeing on the value of our own currency. And that is why it is good for every one of us on board the TBC community to come with that mindset, to run the TBC by the numbers like a business pro. Right about now, I like to share my screen so that we also understand the mind of the admin as we go to the blog. Here we are. Run TBC by the numbers like a business pro. This is also admonishing us to run the TBC as a professional businessman and businesswomen. Professionals normally handles their own business differently from the way an amateur will handle their own business. A professional businessman or businesswoman will have records, will keep records of every transaction, then have what I called a professional, a financial integrity, Accountability is always the watchword of a professional businessman. And also, a professional businessman keeps inventory. A professional businessman wants to check whether he is gaining or losing. A professional businessman wants to know whether people are accepting his goods, or whether they are not accepting his services, or how he is able to retain customers. These are few among the mindset or the approach of a professional businessman and women. These approaches are also welcome on board the TBC. We must be able, as a member on the TBC community, to do what? To look into all this mindset or these approaches of a professional businessman and apply it to whatever we are doing daily. This is actually necessary because today we have some people who have been on board this community for not less than 7 months or 1 year, or some going to 2 years. But because they are not approaching it with a business mindset, some of them could only boast of about 5 million Kringles or cookies, 5 million cookies, even after being on board for the past 2 years. They have the same button, they have paid for their wallet, but they are so relaxed on it. They don't approach it with business mind. They don't attend send button meeting. They attend when they like. They don't attend when they feel I'm tired. They don't do anything. And these are gifts that are just coming weekly. And so many felt like, let me leave it. And then when they check their wallet, they find out that they are far behind, while others has gotten millions upon millions of cookies as gift for attending meeting, as gift for broadcasting, as gift for bringing people on board. Until when we change our mindset to be more business-like, we may not be able to access all the goodies involved in being a part of this community. Now let's go properly into this discussion. Random casual efforts never lead to success in anything. And this is a fact. Anything you want to succeed in, any business, any venture, you are aiming at success, you must not just give random casual efforts. You must be able to give a dedicated effort, well calculated effort, well outlined effort. And with that, you will be able to succeed in anything or any venture that you try to embark upon. You have the world's best opportunity in your hand. And right now, we are in the cookies, Goldie's lock zone. Don't mind me, I said cookies, because it's a time that a lot of cookies is now flying as gifts. And many are cutting away gifts into their Kringle Cash back office. Now, what are we saying? As at now that you are on board the TBC community, or if you are yet to, you are welcome. You have the world's best opportunity in your hand right now. Why? Because in the TBC community, we are in the Goldilocks zone, timing wise. We are not too small or too big as of now, and large fortunes of cash flow can be earned in TBC within the next year or so. Be a serious member of TBC and run this by the numbers like you would do as a professional of any business, as a pro of any business. What are we saying here? Are this Goldilocks zone timing-wise now, that we are not too small, we are not too big? Many people will be coming on board. Then you have this opportunity of doing cash flow. You can earn as much as possible in the next 1 year. So it is good for you to go into this cash flow opportunity and also approaching and running our TBC membership as a professional businessman, as a business pro. Have your plans. After you have reached out to the closest people in your life to share the Kringle Cash gift with, then it is time to approach your other connections in the world. Now, let's go into that because some of us have not been able to even bring anyone on board. The first thing for you to do is to, now, imagine somebody has given you like $10 million. Will you just carry it and go to a marketplace and begin to dash people? Why people in your immediate family, your nuclear family, are they starving? The answer is no. When you become a millionaire, the first set of people that should enjoy it should be the member of your household. Your children, your wife, your brothers, then go to your uncles, then your neighbor. From your neighbor, then you can reach out to friends far from you, and then on and on and on and on. But your immediate family, the people so close to you, must enjoy it first. And that is why, now that you are on board this community, bring on board your family members, your closest pal, your closest friends, then your neighbors. Then you go out to your Facebook friends and so on and so forth. Now, what are we saying? The first step is bring on board your closest friend. And when our people that are close to you, after that, it's time to approach other connections in the world. Now let's ask ourselves this question. How many Facebook friends do you have? Here is an even better question. How many Facebook friends do your Facebook friends lead to in connections around the world? Many of us, we have as much as 500 Facebook friends, 1,000 or more Facebook friends. And that is a good list to work on to give away our special gift. Give out this gift. Share the gift to them. And as you share to people close to you, now share with your Facebook friends. And there is a way to do that. We will understand by and by. When we share this, you find out that the friend you have linked with on Facebook has another friend. That one also has another friend. And before you know it, you have gone round the world. Okay? Now, if you take a systematic approach to sharing the Kringle Cash gift to all of them, you can predict how long it will take you to approach all of them with at least an icebreaker. Now, what are we talking about? It takes a little time for you to reach all your friends on Facebook. All you need to do is take one at a time. On and on and on. That one will bring another. And before you know it, we are 1 billion. So it is high time to approach our TBC with a business-minded mindset, to approach it like a business pro. Now, we can see this blog on introducing what we call an icebreaker, just like sharing a gift. When you share a gift, they look at it and then you start chatting with your friend. I have a gift for you, and is going to be like as in giving you a gift of a US dollar worth. And then you begin to chat. Are you interested? Yes. You share the gift, they see, and then before you know it, they will join you on board. You can go through this link and then you will see what we are talking about. I found that sending 50 gifts a day as an icebreaker is the perfect number. So if you had exactly like 1,000 Facebook friends, it will only take 20 days to approach all of your Facebook friends. Don't rush things and make the mistake of spamming out your Kringle Cash link in the same time frame. Follow the advice in this blog and use the relationship building approach that begins by setting an icebreaker first. An icebreaker is more or less like a video clip they'll just watch and they get fascinated. Then you begin to talk to that friend privately. Not everybody on your Facebook at once, because you will not get the right response. Many will be pessimistic about it, why maybe only one may be optimistic. So talk to one at a time. Don't make that mistake of bringing everybody at a time. Or worse yet, make the mistake of posting TBC stuff all over Facebook, hoping to get a real response from that activity. No, you won't get any real response from that activity. All you need is approach one person per time. Random Facebook posts about TBC do more harm than good. And I wish the whole TBC community will wake up to these very facts. So don't do that. Don't make mistake of just posting something randomly. Now, once you get a response to your icebreaker, you can follow this updated script on how to share the Kringle Cash gift. Okay, I think if I check my time, maybe we'll just look at that and run through it. Okay, let's see if I can share this with you. Okay, we are there. Updated prospecting. Once they have accepted, you can look at this. You can just discuss like this. Hey, I got a gift. I want to pass a gift to you. Okay. To you too. Okay. Maybe it's responding. Okay. What is it? Some smartphone money. Look at it. Let me know how. No, as soon as you collect yours from here, and then you send your link with your username to read HTTP this, and then to put in the username, and then the response, oh, it sounds good. When you send this to them, they click on this and then they get us. Cool, see you soon. Okay, maybe silent, or there may be some. Then, but note that the bigger mistake most people will make is trying to oversell their closest friend and family. Less is more, as the saying goes. Wait for them to see the gift, and it will either blow them away as too good to be true, or they will get very excited about it. In either case, that is the right time to share your excitement about TBC, not before they see the gift. Give them the gift first, and then let them see all this. Okay? TBC has been around for over 2 years, and we have over 3 million members and over 20,000 video testimonials, a 24/7 YouTube broadcast, and 110 native tribes in the Philippines have made TBC their legal money. The offer may seem to be too good to be true to a prospect, but we have credible evidence that TBC is here to stay. and it's real money. The cookies you give out now will get converted into Kringle coins in November and will be spendable by then. So these are things then we have script for your private message. So run through this. When they have seen it, hey, I got the gift. I want to pass a gift to you. Okay, running it all over again. Then when they see, did you confirm the email? Say, good. The cookies hold the cookies hold your place of how many coins you will get in November distribution period. And the coins are spendable with participating merchants. Okay. He said, okay. So in the menu, you will see cookies reward. Just teaching them all this. Go through this because of our time. Just let them know all this is an article of his own. You can read that from the blog. So as you do this, taking them through this step by step way of getting all this, you find out that you'll be getting an excellent result. Many people will be joining you, and then there you are having followers. Note, the more you hold their hands in the process, once they come in, you hold their hand, teach them, take them through. Is that okay? Now, the more you hold their hand in this process of getting them started, the better you will see immediate results and income from them. Lazy people are broke because they think the job is done once they sign up someone. High income earners leave nothing to chance. And carefully work their sign up through all the steps one by one. Here are the steps. We can get that one from that post. Now let's go back to our talks for today. I have found that sending 50 gifts a day as an icebreaker is the perfect number. So if you had exactly 1,000 Facebook friends, it will only take 20 days to approach all of your Facebook friends. Don't rush things and make the mistake of spamming out your Kringle Cash link in the same time frame. Follow the advice in this blog and use the relationship building approach that begins by sending an icebreaker first. Or worse yet, make the mistake of posting TBC stuff on all over Facebook, hoping to get a real response from that activity. Random Facebook posts about TBC do more harm than good, and I wish the whole TBC community wake up to this very fact. Okay. Now the script we have just gone through. Let's talk about that one also. The script works if you follow it correctly, and you will see how easy it is to sign people up from all over the world. Now, we are starting to form a list of numbers to track and report daily. Now, number one, this is forming the kind of list to be able to track and report daily. It's just like a check. One, how many ice breakers sent? Invitation to receive the gift. Passing along your Kringle Cash link. Now, this is the second thing. You send an icebreaker first. Two, secondly, you send out your Kringle Cash link so that they will follow that to join. Three, recruits. That's the people that accepted the gift. Once they accept it, how many of them were recruited? Now, partners. If you have at least 2 whole TBC coin, you can partner with others. Then lead connection. Leads that have engaged with you after you reach out to them. So you lead them. You lead your connections. You are now a leader for those ones. Then US dollar earned in Kringle sale. That's cash flowing. Now, how many dollars have you been able to earn from your sales? US dollar earned in partnership transaction, partnering with uh, uh, maybe a cash center, and then how much have you been able to earn from that? Then US dollar earned from leads, and then US dollar earned from cash flow coaching. Maybe we have been encouraged to start cash flow coaching. How much have you earned from that? Then total income US dollars. This is just a check. I told us a businessman will want to weigh his activities. How am I able to retain my customers? How much sales am I making per day? What is my income like? Am I making profit or loss? This is what it takes to approach to run the TBC with business mind as a business pro. Now, sometimes members think they are really busy building their TBC income, but when they begin to track the numbers from the above list of real results, they find that those numbers are very small. When it comes to cash flow, the number to watch and track closely is the total income in US dollars earned on a daily basis. And if that number is 0, most days then attention should go to increased numbers on the first 5 categories on that list. When you look at your total income and you find out that it is not coming like that, then you must increase from number 1 to 5 on this very list. Now, a consistent and systematic effort will yield a consistent and daily income. The power of cash flow is in your hands. The question is, will you follow directions and focus your TBC activities on things that do pay? This is a word written in gold here. Mastering the art of the invitation is the key to consistent cash flow in TBC. Mastering the art of the invitation is the key to consistent cash flow in TBC. Accountability is another key principle of success in any endeavor in life. Far too often, people make it their business to hold others accountable, while at the same time allowing every excuse in the book to let themselves off the hook when it comes to being accountable. What are we talking about? Accountability is key, is the key principle of success in any endeavor in life. Now, far too often, people make it their business to hold others accountable. People always, instead of taking responsibility, they want to hold others accountable, while at the same time allowing every excuse in the book to let themselves off the hook when it comes to being accountable. They are never going to be accountable, but they allow others to be held accountable. This is backward. How can you hold others accountable when you won't even bother holding yourself accountable? Hold yourself accountable and track your numbers like a business pro. I strongly suggest that each of you that are serious about any consistent cash flow, that you hire a cash flow coach to also report the numbers in the above leads to them as a second layer accountability. Essentially, you are hiring a coach to help you press forward out of your comfort zone. Professional fitness trainers and coaches have a proven track record to get their clients to work out harder, and the results prove it. Now, that is it. We need to get out of our comfort zone. Get a cash flow coach, hire them, pay them for their services, and get coached to know how to make money on board this community. There is a blog on making money without stress that I shared sometimes ago. I have shared on it. If you look at or get through my links, video links, you find one of my broadcasts on that, taken from the blog here. So you can also get to the blog and get to know more about that. You can make money on board TBC without stress. But the thing is, you must run this TBC with a business-like mindset, like a business pro. Get a coach, let them take you to. And we look at saying by saying that professional fitness trainers and coaches are proven track record to get their clients to work out harder, and the results proves it. If you have the opportunity, you can click on this video here, the dead cross scene from Facing the Giants. I've watched it. If you look at this man here, he's carrying another person on his back, and he has to carry this person bending down with the knee raised above the ground. I asked his eyes blindfolded, and then the man with a red cap is the coach, urging him to keep going, raising his knee above the ground and crawling. Keep moving, keep moving. The knee must not touch the ground, moving from one end of the field to the other of about 200 meters. Keep moving, keep moving. It got to a time he said, no, you cannot quit on me. You cannot give up on me. You cannot give up on me. You can make it. You can make it. At about half, he was almost falling. He said, no, you can't give up on me. He himself, the coach that was walking beside him before, had to kneel down, started shouting, started screaming, no, you can't give up. You can't give up. You can't give up. And he was able to make it to the end. At the end, he made it further. People watching them before that were kneeling down, sitting down. At times, it got to a point, they stood up. And before you know it, they started following them, amazed at what was happening, how the coach was able to carry him along. And the man that felt, I can't make it, before he was shouting, coach, I come and say, you can't give up. You can't give up on me. Keep moving. I was able to make it at the end, training himself to be able to face the giants. So also, we need to approach this TBC community with this business mindset, like a professional in business. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening and watching this video clip. I want to thank you for listening and joining me on this live broadcast as usual. It is because you are there that I am always encouraged to come and give this live chat almost daily. And of course, because I see people reading it, saying about 5 people view, 4 people view, I'm encouraged by that, because these 4 or 5 people will affect the world if they will look at it and work with whatsoever they have learned from this broadcast. And then even if each of them will affect only 5, those 5 affect another 5, and on would have been able to take the world by storm. Thank you, therefore, for listening. And this is the voice of the TBC Royal Ambassador, all the way from Nigeria. I want to thank you for listening one more time. I want to say here that I love you. See you next time. Bye.